Okay, so what I was saying is, just explore with them. And if you don't like what's going on with it, then you just delete it, and it's as if it never existed. Okay, so you just select it and then delete, and it's removed out of the history, and your mesh goes back to what it looked like before you created that deformer. Also, the other thing to play with is if you were to right-click on your mesh and go to Inputs and go to All Inputs, then like we did with our toothbrush, and you can rearrange these, and you will get a different effect. So you want to make sure that you have these in the best possible order. Yes?
Can you put a controller on the soft mod so you can grab a hold of it easier?
Yeah, so the question was, can you put a controller on a soft mod? And the answer is yes. It has a transform, and so you can just parent a shape to it. And maybe since I've created another video, I will go ahead and show you that real quick. If I create another shape, I like to use circles, and I'll just reshape it real quick to give it something more unique, I guess. You could use an S if you wanted to, or whatever. So let's say this is my soft mod control. Okay, so I need to delete history on it. Okay, and I'm going to rename it just to make it more simple. And this is another script you guys can make that would be really handy, be worth some extra credit. But you would want to make it work on any two selections. Okay, so but all it is parent space dash R space dash S. So dash R stands for relative, dash S stands for shape. It's the only way you can transfer one shape to another transform. And then you need to give it a list of all the different shapes. So in this case, it's in shape, no pun intended. And then I need to give it the name of the transform. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that hovering for a second. I'm going to select the soft mod. And I'm going to rename this to soft mod underscore handle. And now that I have that selected, I'm just going to copy it rather than retype it, and then paste it down here. So again, you can have any number of shapes listed here, but it has to be followed by a single transform. And once you've done that, you just press enter, and then you saw it disappear. That was actually anticipated. So I have this in transform, but it has no shape under it now. So I should have had this open beforehand. See, it doesn't have a shape under it, but now in shape belongs to soft mod handle, which I misspelled. That was awesome. Okay, so it belongs to that. Now, what does that mean? I can delete this, first of all, because it has no meaningful use now. I can hide this, Control H, and then there's my handle. Okay, so I probably want to go into component mode with it selected. So I'll select the actual shape, press F8 on my keyboard, and I'll scale it up. In component mode is key. You want to do it while in component mode. And let's say that's how I wanted it. I'm not saying I don't recommend that, but for time's sake, let's say that's how I want it. Now, when I select this, I can manipulate that soft mod. Okay? All the shape does is allow me to select a transform. And by reparenting it, I can make it look like I want it to and communicate better to my animator what its purpose is. I'm not saying this particular shape says soft mod, but that's kind of the idea that you'd want to have in your mind. Okay, so that'll be enough for today.